Oh, they arrested the bus. They arrested the bus. And my ass was like, oh, am I getting arrested? They arrested me? Oh my God. What? Like, I was so stressed. Okay. So I know y'all watched my 72 hours in Zimbabwe video, but what y'all didn't see is the travel of how we got there, why we went there, and it was a crazy experience. This story is going to include being scammed at the border, being pulled over by cops multiple times because your bus is illegal, and being stranded on the side of the road in Zimbabwe at 11 p.m. at night with myself, my son, and my nanny. So let's take it back to how this all started, okay? Now, why did I go to Zimbabwe, Ebony? Oh, I got my notes because this story has so many twists and turns. I don't want to forget nothing, and I really want y'all to hear me when I say don't take the bus. Okay, so why did I go to Zimbabwe? So I had to leave the country because my long-term visa here in South Africa, they didn't accept it. I have to try again. It's fine. I have a lawyer now. I'm not tripping. But I had to go and leave the country before my 90 days were up. So my nanny, Shomei, she's from Zim. So she was like, yeah, I know the bus driver. I'm from Zim. Like, I got this. It's going to be easy. I'm like, cool. So her friend who works for the bus company, we buy the tickets like a few days before we're supposed to leave on our trip. Why? Now, this is supposed to be a nice bus. Now, a sleeper bus, comfortable, luxury. But the night before we're supposed to leave, we get this message saying that they oversold the tickets on this nice bus. So I'm like, show me, what we gonna do? And so we decided this was the first scam. I bought the tickets for the bus online. Then they're saying they oversold the tickets. And they refunded me most of my money, but they kept like $40. I'm not about to argue with them people. So I booked us flights from Cape Town to Joburg because there were no direct flights from Cape Town to Harare. So we fly to Joburg. We get there, all the flights from Joburg to Harare are sold out for the day. So what did I do? Me and Shomei, you know, we kicking back ideas. We like, well, you know, they got buses. They have buses. Like, if we were already in Joburg, if we just get on a nice bus, it'll be nighttime. We can sleep on the bus. By the time we wake up, we'll be in Harare, Zimbabwe. Great idea. So we go to the bus station in Joburg and we're like, we want the nicest bus. And they're like, oh, this is the nicest bus. We're like, okay. It was not the nicest bus. So we're at the bus station and a couple hours later we load up. The second scam was when I already paid 1,300 Rand, which is roughly, let me see how much that is. Let me get my converter out because I want y'all to know numbers. So 1,300 Rand is $79.97, $80. I paid $80 per person for 3 people to get on this nice bus. So we wait a couple hours to board. They tell us it's time to board on this bus. We at the bus station, but they telling us to walk 3 blocks to get to our bus. But before that, before we can even put our luggage on the bus, they want more money. They like, oh, you have 2 bags. This is 600 Rand. 600 Rand is $36.91. They wanted extra to put 2 medium-sized suitcases on a bus that we already paid for. Scam. So I talked them down. I think I gave them 200 Rand. 200 Rand, which is like $12.30. I'm like, here. So they stressing me out. We get on the bus. No, we leave the bus station. I'm thinking we about to walk right on the bus. They like, oh, the bus is up yonder, 3 blocks up. Now, if you ever been to Johannesburg, South Africa, first of all, it's busy as hell. Imagine walking in busy Joburg with your suitcase. Where are we going? Where are we going? Whatever. So we finally make it on the bus. That's chaotic to get on the bus. Every step was chaotic. To get on the bus, you got people screaming. You got people coming off the bus, people yelling. I don't know what the hell they saying, because although they speak English, they also speak like 12 other languages. Like, and it's just busy. Imagine Times Square, New York, New Year's Eve. Like, what the fuck? To board a bus that I already paid for? Anyway, we get on the bus. And we're waiting. At this time, it's late. We got at the bus station in Joburg at like 2 p.m. I got sick in Zimbabwe and I'm getting over it. So all this talking is really irritating me. So where was I? Oh yeah. So we finally get on the bus. And we're waiting. We got to the bus station at 2 something. We don't board the bus till like 6 something, and now we just waiting. And we like, what are we doing? They let more people on. They were illegals. You know, they were people who were in the country who were freaking escaping. How did I get on this bus? How I get on this bus? How I get on this bus? So they had to drive away from the bus station up yonder to pick up more people and to fill up the bus at a discounted price. And those people also brought shit. So on the back of this bus, there's like this big white hutch. Imagine a U-Haul with like a white carrier where you can pack more stuff, like a moving van. So they got this big bus and they got a moving van on the back of it, and it's filled with stuff that people have brought. They have purchased stuff. They're moving. What? This is not the bus I signed up for. What we doing? So we sitting there. Finally, we pull off. Great. So we're finally leaving Johannesburg and we're riding to the Zimbabwean border. We drive into the night, we stop, get food, all is moving fine. Until 5 a.m. we crossed the Zimbabwe border and I had to get off the bus because I'm a U.S. citizen and I had to apply for a visa on arrival. This should be an easy process, right? Easy process. I don't even need these notes no more, but I'm gonna keep them. But this should be an easy process. You go into the border immigration office and you be like, hey, here's my passport, here's my money, peace, let's go. So okay, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and mind you, we got on a plane from Cape Town to Joburg at 9 a.m. Wednesday. So now it's 5 a.m. Thursday morning. We go in the immigration officer. The bus drivers are rude. Why is she on this bus? She's a U.S. citizen. Why is she on this bus with us? Because what? They were so mad at Shomei and the people who I came with for having me on the bus because they knew they were full of ish, and they were like, she's a foreigner. She shouldn't be on this bus with us. You're not making a good impression. This is not a good impression of us. Well, why don't you just be a good impression and it don't matter who's around. But anyway, so we cross the Zimbabwean border, go in there, get our visa on arrival. We have to apply online. Boom, boom, boom. I pay. Boom. Go to the counter. I'm like, hey, here's our passport. I done already paid online. Like, here's my receipt. Let's go. There are 3 to 4 Zimbabwean men, border patrol officers behind the counter, and they are giving me such a hard time. They're like, because it's 5, 6 in the morning at this time, and they're like, oh, we haven't received the payment yet. The bank doesn't open till 8 a.m. But if you want your visa on arrival, then give us 500 Rand in cash right now. Imagine. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. You've been traveling now close to 24 hours with your son. Okay. And you know that you've paid your dues. You know that you've done nothing wrong. You can see the receipt. I see the receipt. It says I paid for the visa. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. The bank doesn't open till 8. Anyway. So they giving me a hard time. They telling me no. I'm stressed because I'm worried that the bus is gonna leave us. Shomei is going out to the bus like, hey, don't leave us. We're working it out. I just kind of like shut down. At this moment, I knew, Shomei, you got this. I delegate this task to you. And Shomei did not disappoint. She was talking to them in their language. She was pointing her finger. She was saying something. And eventually, after a lot of arguing and fighting with them, we got our visa on arrival. So now we happy. We like, yay. Like literally an hour or two later in there for something that should have taken 15 minutes. So we go out to the bus. We like, yay, thanks for not leaving us. We're here. But this is where the story gets crazier. When we go out to the bus, at the immigration border, the buses have to get checked by police. They have to pay their duty fees. They gotta do stuff, okay? I don't know. But by the time we get out there, we just sitting there for 30 minutes, an hour, and then we see them take all this stuff off the bus. I mean, imagine a U-Haul that's moving a mansion full of stuff, and you just gotta take it out and reload it, take it out and reload it. That took hours. It took hours, and the bus drivers was not telling us nothing. They were lying. Oh, it's fine. Oh, give us 30 minutes. Oh, we're fine. Lies. We were not fine. So hours are going by, y'all. Mind you, we got to the Zimbabwe border at 5-something that morning. We finished with the border control for our visa on arrival around 7-ish. The sun was just coming up. Now it's noon. Now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now it's 3 p.m. And I'm pissed off because you know I'm American and I ain't used to this. What do you mean we've been here for 10 hours and you not saying nothing? I don't want to see a smile. Close your mouth. If you're not talking facts, what are we doing? But me knowing I'm in a different country, I'm looking around at all these people who are from here or who are familiar with the process, and they not saying nothing. They was just too chill for me. You know, they was very patient. But in my mind, because I'm wise, I'm like, Ebony, don't you be the one that pop off. You wait until somebody gets mad. Okay, so more hours are going by. 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. At this time, we're supposed to be in Harare. Buses are coming in and passing all day. And we like, what? No food. We didn't have no water, no nothing. And I felt like there was nothing you can do. There's no DoorDash. There's no Uber Eats. There's no KFC up the street. Like, you're in the wild. You're just out there. So thankfully I had some snacks packed and I was able to like give that to my son and show me like we were able to survive. But I felt really bad because there were babies on that bus. There was like babies on that bus. And they just did not have any concern. So as the hours go by, we're still sitting at this bus station. And in my heart, I know I need to be patient and see what happens. So I get off the bus and I look around. Why is it a boot, a big orange yellow boot on the bus? The immigration border control then literally physically stopped the bus from leaving that place because they didn't want to pay their duty fees. All that stuff that they had taken off the bus was from passengers who, when you leave one country with bookshelves, clothes, like whatever items, like you have to pay to take that into a new country. They didn't want to pay. And then when I say 2 + 2 = 4, right? But they was acting like it was some calculus, crazy number, you know, crazy problem to solve. They looking at the stuff and they're like, who's gonna pay? You brought this into the country, so you owe 1,000 rand. And the person would say, I don't have it. Okay, well, since you don't have it, you can't take it. We'll keep it in our warehouse. You can't take it. And it's like they didn't want to budge from that. They didn't want to pay it, and they didn't want to leave the stuff, so they just stayed. Okay. So once I see the boot on the bus, I'm like, show me, there's a boot. What can we do? So at that time, we start looking for another bus. We start looking because there's buses coming in and out. Like, we just start trying to figure it out. Again, there's no hotels. Like, we're in the wilderness. Okay. So another thing that happened as the day goes on, Miss Shomei, she comes up to me and she's like, this is my brother. This is my brother. And I'm like, I'm at the bus station tired. Like, what you mean it's your brother? You mean like your friend? Like, what you mean? And she like, nah, like this is my son, my father's son. I was like, what? And it was this man who was there at the Border Patrol at the same time that we are, and she recognized him from his fingers. And as they began talking, she realized that was her father's son, whom she only met when she was a little girl. So this was her second time meeting him at the Immigration Patrol. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, wow. And he was so helpful, you know, he was an angel. He helped us get another bus, so that was interesting. So finally, it's like 9 o'clock at night, and another bus driver like has mercy on us, and they're like, you can get on this bus. I have to pay another extra 800 rand. What's 800 rand? I gotta let y'all know. So mind you, I already paid $80 for us to get to Joburg to Harare. We ain't even got to Harare. So they took my money. They didn't give me the Harare, and they didn't refund. Ain't no refunds in Africa, okay? So the new bus was like, yeah, we'll take you for 800 rand. And that is $68. So I had to pay an extra $70 for the three of us to get on this bus. When I think about it, it just... Okay, I had to do what I had to do. So we get on this bus. It's crowded. Fine. We get across the border and we're driving. We're like, oh my God, we've been at this border from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. We don't care. Just get us on this bus. If there was an airport, I would have got a plane ticket. There was no way out but a bus. Do you understand? There was no plane. There was no Uber. There's no InDrive. You got to walk or get on the bus. So we get on this bus late at night. We drive and we thankful. About 30 to 45 minutes later, we get pulled over by the police. We get pulled over by the police. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. We haven't eaten all day. We just want to chill. We get pulled over by the police. The police, what the police say? Oh, they arrested the bus. They arrested the bus. And my ass was like, oh, am I getting arrested? They arrested me? Oh my God. What? Like, I was so stressed. But when they arrest the bus, it means that the bus is illegal. They got illegal stuff on there. They're carrying illegal products, illegal people. It's overweight. They didn't pay their duty fee. So they kicked us all off the bus after I just paid 800 rand. They did give me back 600 Rand. So they gave me 600 back from that, and they kept 2 fucking hundred, which is like $12 and something. So, okay, what happened after that? Oh, this is the real traumatic part. So at this point, it's like darn near midnight, and my baby, Shomei, I'm responsible for these people. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So we get off the bus, and now we're across the border in Zim. We're at this bus stop, and thank goodness Shomei looked at the police and was like, hey, you know, she used the American card. She was like, this is my boss. This is her first time in Zimbabwe. This has been a horrible experience. She's an American. She doesn't know anything. Can you please help us get on the bus? We've been waiting since 5 a.m. So the police officer let us sit by his campfire, and he just explained to us, he was like, the next bus that I approve, I'm going to put you guys on it. And that's exactly what he did. Thank you, God. So about 5-10 minutes later, he inspected a bus that was going to Harare. He approved them, and he made them put us on that bus for free 99, because I ain't paying no more. By this time, I wasn't paying no more. So, but to get on the bus, y'all, oh my God, first of all, the bus was already overpacked that he approved for us to get on. People were already standing up like this on the damn bus, but we was getting on it because it's midnight. We're going. So, y'all, first to get on the bus, I mean, we tight, ass to ass, we tight. I lift my baby up. Me and Shomei, we lift Asaya up. we like, and it was so thankful because a man let my son like have his seat while he stood up, and my son just went to sleep. He just knocked out. I was like, thank you, God. But me and Shomei, we like this. We tight. I mean, it's tight up in there. I mean, my ass was on somebody's forehead. But I'm so grateful because like, it was men all around. They weren't touching me. Like I never felt like sexually assaulted, and you know that's a big thing, and I just appreciate that. So thank you, because we was in there like sardines. And I mean, we like this. I mean, I can't even put my foot all the way down on the ground to hold on. I mean, it was crazy, y'all. But we in there because who about to stand on the side of the road in Zimbabwe at midnight? Not me. All right, so we in there. As the bus going, people are getting off at their stops in the near villages, you know, going to pray wherever they was going. So now we got seats, and now we more comfortable. And about 10 o'clock a.m. the next morning, we arrived at Harare. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We arrived. We got a driver to take us to our Airbnb. And that is where y'all got to see the vlog, where it started off. So a lot of people was like, oh, you being so negative, like you didn't give it a chance. I gave it a chance. I gave it a chance. Yes. Good. How you doing? I can't use it? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of my story. They telling me I got to pack it up. But my message to you is don't take the bus. And for all my Zim people, I still love you. But y'all got some things to work on. All right. I love you. Peace.